the last match of the night that we're going to talk about before we get into some other stuff is the 4-way eliminator match, which is, you brought up a good point. I didn't even think of that. The eliminator, if you did a eliminator match, I think it would have been like a 25-minute match, and maybe they had to cut it short because I think that first segment went a little long with the Young Bucks and all that, but it was needed and all that. So, but SCU, Jurassic Express, Varsity Blondes, The Acclaim, these are your top 4 tag teams in a deep tag team division. And I've been, it's fun because, even like 2 months ago, none of these were ranked in the top 5. None of these teams really. And then now you got a whole different wave of the top tag teams, which is fun to watch. I mean, it's nice to see Bowen's back, after they announced, he had knee surgery. But I really enjoyed this match. I'm still a huge Jurassic Express fan. I mean, never not was. I think that what they can do in the ring is some great stuff. It's a great blend of styles with Jungle Boy, who is at the top of his game, and Luchasaurus, which is some stuff he can do. And the Acclaimed, their walkout promo again was just pure fire as always, dude. That's another one that you got me on the Acclaim train, bro.
Hey man,
you got me on.
I know. I'm proud to say it because, those guys, especially with Bowens being on the shelf after getting injured, it could have been one of those moments where they were off TV. And I love that AEW recognized, no, man, we're going to keep going with this. And they gave Platinum Max that opportunity to shine, dude. His promos, his raps have gotten better and better and better. This dude is killing it on the mic. His one tonight was absolutely fire. He was shredding people left and right. That diss against the Varsity Blondes about being on Dark Side of the Ring was one of those mic drop moments.
That cut deep.
I have dude. Like, I have a feeling that the Acclaimed will be in the tag title picture for a long time. They're gonna get those opportunities here and there, and they're not going anywhere, man. Those guys are as charismatic and as entertaining as it gets in the division.
Mm-hmm.
I know for you're a big Jurassic Express fan, and I know JR was probably rooting for Jungle Boy throughout this one to pull it off. But I felt like this was one of those matches where, kind of like what they did tonight, where I felt like AEW was they foreshadowed who was going to win, and it took away a little bit of the steam from this. With the Pac and Orange Cassidy match, with that promo between Kenny and Orange Cassidy, it feels like, okay, it's going to happen. Orange Cassidy is going to win, and Orange Cassidy is going to be the challenger.
Right.
And I felt like this was kind of the similar. They did the similar thing with SCU, kind of pushing themselves as that number 1 contender against the Young Bucks, where this match kind of felt like it was unnecessary almost, where like we all felt like, to me anyway, I felt like SCU was established as the guys who were going to get a shot, and they came out on top again tonight, which was great, but it just kind of felt like one of those things where, like, I was already expecting SCU to get this match against the Bucks. I was already ready for it. I already kind of, after the promos that those guys had cut on each other, I thought that was going to happen. So I wasn't surprised by the outcome of this one. I was surprised by how it happened, with it. This was being advertised as a eliminator match, and then SCU just kind of coming out on top after the quick pin. But this was an example of, to me, and here's what I'll say.
Okay.
A lot of young talent in this ring, right? The Varsity Blondes, we love what we see out of the Varsity Blondes. A lot of upside.
I'm joining them as a trio soon.
I know that you got the hair, dude. You got it. The Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy, we've seen it time and again, whether it's a singles match or tag. That dude has a lot of upside. I know that you love Luchasaurus, and sort of I know that he's not necessarily a spring chicken, but sort of his offense and how fun he is to watch.
Yep.
There's a lot of upside in this match, but Frankie Kazarian, bro, I was so impressed. Every time I see this guy go, even we watched him against Christian Cage not long ago. This guy can hang with anybody, man. Like, this dude has cardio for days, bro. Like, for being a veteran, this guy he looked like he had every much, like, in the gas tank, just as much as a guy like Griff Garrison or Brian Pillman Jr. I mean, Frankie Kazarian can go. So I really enjoyed watching that. I do think that the writing is on the wall that, SCU is going to go against the Bucks now. And, me, I love my heels. I've been saying it for weeks now. What greater way to make us hate the Young Bucks even more than for them to put the SCU, the first ever AEW tag champions, two legitimate Hall of Famers, legends in the business, to break up that team.
That's a great point.
It's going to be another feather in the cap for the Bucks, bro. They're going to be even bigger heels, even bigger jerks. And if they do it the way that we've been watching the Bucks wrestle lately with some dastardly tactics, I have a feeling it's going to make the fans even hate them even more.
That's a great point. Yeah. I mean, just another notch on the belt, and then
right.
Oof,
right.
That's a really good point about that. And I think they will. I mean, ultimately, like I said earlier in the show, that the SCU promo was fantastic. I thought I'm getting back on the SCU bandwagon that I fell off a long time ago. I thought these guys are starting to get stale, but now after the Kazarian cage match, and then the promo against the Young Bucks, I really loved it, man.